Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are plugging directly into the foundational ledger of human-AI communication. We're going to look at the exact mechanics of how messy, analog human thought is transformed into pristine cybernetic architecture. We'll be analyzing the blueprint of prompts.chat, and honestly, the visual telemetry we are going to explore today is absolutely fascinating.
Okay, so before we get into the complex schematics, just wrap your head around this number, 161,000. With over 161,000 stars on GitHub, PromptsChat is officially the world's largest open-source prompt library. It is a massive, interconnected data grid.
And you know, this isn't just some basic repository for casual users. It's the absolute authority dataset. It's actively utilized by the elite engineers and pioneers who are literally building the AI models we use every single day. We're talking OpenAI founders, Hugging Face leadership, former GitHub executives. When they need optimal prompt logic, this is the grid they tap into.
All right, Section 1, the Global Prompt Ledger, establishing the open source grid. Let's see how this actually works.
The entire ecosystem relies on a really strict dual license architecture. On one side, the MIT license ensures the cybernetic framework, the actual source code, remains totally secure. But then, on the other side, the CC0 Universal license acts as this open valve, ensuring that the telemetry data itself, the actual prompts, flows freely into the public domain. It's just a perfect balance of structural integrity and open source freedom.
Moving on to Section 2, architecting the optimal schema, the cybernetic transformation.
Picture this as glowing cyan lines drawing out a highly complex JSON structure. We are initiating the Prompt Optimizer. This tool acts as a totally neutral architect, enforcing what's called Draft 2020-12 rigor. It mathematically constrained variables, bringing this incredible thermodynamic precision to the prompt, so the AI is forced to act with absolute programmatic accuracy.
So this sequence right here represents our vault state machine expanding. It's a recursive, really dynamic movement that breaks down messy ideas into a highly structured three-step programmatic response. First up, the AI analyzes your task and infers the absolute minimal required JSON schema. Second, it outputs that clean, rigorous JSON code block. And third, it immediately appends a crucial plain English chain of thought reasoning layer.
And this brilliantly illustrates the legacy transformation we are talking about. Imagine a raw analog input, someone just saying they want to run a 5K. We pull this fuzzy, unstructured goal through our digital prism, and what emerges is clean, precise JSON data arrays. It mathematically constrains the AI to ask for exact variables first, things like current fitness level, weeks until target, physical limitations, long before it ever offers a generic training plan.
Here is another amazing transformation. Say you type, "I'm thinking about starting a podcast." Look at how the system just strips away all the noise. We go from a completely vague ambition to a strict input-output schematic. The AI now demands to know your niche, target audience, and budget before it executes a single thing. This is that thermodynamic precision in action, right? Eliminating waste and optimizing the entire interaction.
Let's dive into Section 3, Chain of Thought Engineering, the cognitive engineering layer.
Listen to this quote taken directly from the optimizer's core instructions when it was asked about learning to play the guitar. It says, chain of thought. Establish available time before building any schedule. Time is the real constraint here, not skill. This cognitive layer forces the AI to actively reason before it acts. It basically makes the model pause, analyze the constraints, and process the logic just like a real human expert would.
We can see this quantum synchronization matrix applied to our podcast example through branching logic. By hard-coding these distinct paths, like starting with audience clarity or matching equipment strictly to budget constraints, we make sure the system doesn't over-engineer a solution. It keeps the model's JSON telemetry perfectly aligned with what the user actually needs in the real world. No more of those long, unhelpful AI hallucinations.
Okay, Section 4, Advanced System Operating Modes, or what we call Quantum Synchronization Matrices.
First up is Red Team Mode. Activating the switch completely shifts the AI from a compliant, helpful assistant into a ruthless, adversarial stress tester. It is purposely designed to attack your architecture, uncover your hidden assumptions, and expose vulnerabilities before they turn into real-world failures. Seriously, if you want to bulletproof an idea, this is absolutely the mode you engage.
Next up, we have Constraint Solver Mode. When you need pure, unadulterated logic over vague advice, this acts as a thermodynamic balancer.
It literally decomposes your inputs into strict variables and systematically evaluates multiple paths. The goal here is to optimize for the absolute most mathematically sound and balanced decision possible.
Now, if you are dealing with high-stakes data, formal verification mode ensures total traceability. It processes every single problem through rigorous consistency checks and explicit assumptions. This means you know exactly, step by step, how the machine arrived at its conclusion, and it even gives you a classified confidence level.
And for absolute quarantine, there is ultra-strict mode. Think of this like dropping a fractal-like holographic ledger shield around your prompt. It blocks all outside data noise by restricting what we technically call unevaluated properties. This mode operates entirely statelessly, treating every single interaction as a totally isolated event. It is the ultimate tool if you need maximum privacy, control, and purely deterministic output.
Finally, let's look at Section 5, Deploying the Data Grid, Massive Integrated AI Workspaces. The real beauty of Prompts.chat being open source is that organizations don't have to rely on the public web at all. You can literally initiate the setup wizard and deploy this entirely private prompt library right onto your own local servers. You maintain total data sovereignty, you can add your own custom branding, and you lock the whole thing down with enterprise-grade authentication like Azure AD or Google.
And it gets better. This entire ecosystem supports the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. This means these optimal schemas can be integrated directly into your IDE, your code editor, or your custom workspace. You are essentially turning your local environment into a fully automated cybernetic grid, fed directly by the most rigorous prompt architecture available today. So, zooming out, we can see how all these structures seamlessly connect into a massive, stable data grid. We've gone from messy human inputs to precise cybernetic logic. The tools to upgrade your interactions from analog text to optimized architecture are freely available right here in this ledger, bringing you certified 10 out of 10 rigor. The only question left for you to answer is, with these architectural tools at your disposal, is your AI workspace ready for deployment? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you in the next one.